Yo, Nathan, I figured we do an episode on Mark Wahlberg, because the shitty Planet of the Apes film, and, Planet of the Apes is coming out soon, are you fucking listening to me?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I'm standing right here.
I'm listening to Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Welcome back to the Real Talk Podcast, episode 132. I'm your host, Nathan, and I'm joined by the man himself, Matthew Neves to my left.
Thank you.
Today, we are going to be discussing musicians that transitioned into acting.
Yeah. Similar to how we talked about comedians and how they started in film, a lot of musicians, a lot of talented musicians also are very talented actors.
Yeah, and I mean, this is a trend like almost as old as like sound and film. Like,
Absolutely.
With like even like Frank Sinatra.
Era. Bing Crosby.
Like I feel like that era was like the biggest stars in music had these opportunities, and I think Hollywood started to get hip to like, yo, who cares if the movie's good? Who cares if Elvis can act at all? Let's put a fucking Hawaiian shirt on him and let's get it going because it'll sell based off the name alone.
Absolutely. It was like the Elvis era, the Beatles era, where even the Beatles had films of their own.
Yeah.
And
but it's evolved a lot since
Yes.
then, and we've seen musicians like fully change their career paths into actors.
Yeah.
As well as give like some, amazing performances. Like they're not just there to put the name on the poster.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean?
absolutely. It was like it's like the vaudeville days back in the
Right.
day. Like there was a lot of performers that would just play live. They would do music. They would do stand up. They would do all these things, and then they transitioned to film, and that's how they began. But a lot of these musicians, they're so performative that when they start acting and transition into acting, it's like it's not too far off.
That's right.
Some do it better than others. Obviously, some have far more range when it comes to acting.
Right. There's
but-
certainly still cases of, it's just a name. They're just a famous musician. That's why they're in this movie.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I mean, there's some good candidates out there.
Oh, absolutely. Some people are going to be like, wait, what? They were musicians before?
Exactly, yeah.
Now they're actors? And, but like you said, with Elvis is a great example of Hollywood putting him in everything.
I mean, you have listed here 31 films.
He was in 31 movies
Jesus Christ.
from the 50s. I think his last film was like late 60s. And then that's when he was done with movies. But they were like, what if Elvis was a doctor? What if Elvis was a cowboy? What if Elvis was I don't know, like they just put him in everything, and it was like he's not that good of an actor.
Right. Yeah.
So,
They even touched on that in the Austin Butler film.
Yeah.
About how like he wanted more serious roles. I think he wanted to be more respected. And I wonder how much of that is true. I wonder if he really didn't like the films that he was in and really wanted to do something deeper. Like,
yeah, I could see that though, because he was like Streetcar Named Desire. He's like, I wanted to be like James Dean. I wanted to be like Marlon Brando. What the hell? I'm in this piece of shit movie. Like I could totally picture Elvis thinking that because his music was so influential.
yeah.
He wanted the acting in movies to be on par in quality.
But also, Elvis, you're not Marlon Brando.
Nope.
So
You were definitely not. It's like Eddie Murphy. You were acting. You were singing while acting. Like, we're going to win this race.
right.
So
That's a classic bit.
it is so good. Jailhouse Rock. It's like that movie only exists because of the music video. You
Of
know?
course, yeah.
But we've since moved on. We've transitioned into other musicians that have been in a lot of great films, a lot of great performances.
Yeah, so a little bit after Elvis, you get David Bowie in like the 80s era.
David Bowie's so good. I mean, like for most people, if you watch Labyrinth,
Yeah. He makes that film.
He's so good in that. And there's a lot of other films that he was in during that time. I didn't name them all here.
Yeah, some more under the radar stuff.
Like The Hunger, that was Tony Scott's first film. The Man Who Fell to Earth was, I think, his first or one of his earliest ones. He plays an alien in that one.
Yeah.
Really, well, coming from David Bowie, it's a very unique performance, you know?
My favorite performance of David Bowie, most unexpected and almost unrecognizable, was his performance in The Prestige
Yeah.
as Nikolai Tesla. Like, how fucking awesome of a cameo is that?
It's so good. It's so good that, like, you know, rest in peace. If
Yeah.
if he was still alive, I would really want to see more roles like that from him.
I know you could tell he had it in him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too, because a lot of people look at his music and they think, oh, he's just gonna be like flamboyant. He's just gonna do all these things. And no. Every performance I've seen from David Bowie is so unique,
Not
so
at all.
different.
He gets
that,
lost in these characters.
Yeah,
Certainly.
and it's such a beautiful thing whenever you see a movie and he's in it. Like, a lot of people are David Lynch fans. You know, Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks
Yeah.
was in Twin Peaks too, and honestly, him and David Lynch, like, that is a fucking combo that
Yeah.
people will always remember. So I'll give him that. So we have David Bowie, and around the time of the 80s as well, Cher.
Cher, for
Cher-
sure.
Look, I think she's really good in Moonstruck.
Yeah.
I think she won an Oscar for that. If so, rightfully so. And I also love the movie The Witches of Eastwick.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that?
I've heard of the film. I haven't seen it though.
It's so good. It's George Miller. This is right after I think he did the Mad Max trilogy.
Oh, okay.
So right off the Mad Max trilogy, you think, oh my God, George Miller, this action guy, what is he gonna do?
Yeah.
He's gonna do like a fantasy comedy with Michelle Pfeiffer, Susan Sarandon, and Cher as
Michelle
witches.
Pfeiffer's in that, eh?
Yeah, and Jack Nicholson plays like Satan, the
Yeah.
devil. Oh, dude, it is so much
Yeah,
fun.
that's how I know it. I've seen Jack. Yeah.
And like Cher gives him like one of the most iconic insults of all time. It's just like you pigs. I
she
don't
has a
even want to
rant?
recreate.
Yeah.
Yeah, a beautiful rant about Jack Nicholson just being a fucking disgusting pig.
Yeah, in the 80s there was a lot of trying, I feel like, for musicians to actors. Even like, you know, like Diana Ross was transitioning into
Yeah.
acting. Even, I mean, Michael Jackson did some acting as well with like
Yeah.
The Wiz.
I think Jackson was definitely more
Like a musical actor. Like
Thriller is his most iconic.
Right. Yeah. I don't think he really wanted to be a serious actor. But that's a very interesting era where they were trying a lot of that.
I think even Madonna.
Madonna. That's
Madonna
right.
was in. I always think of like A League of Their Own. I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, she's in that. It's like that's a great cast, and then she like fits really well in that role. And I'm thinking like other films that she was in, more so in the '90s. She was doing a lot of erotic thrillers, which coming from Madonna, like yeah, I get
It's
it.
on brand, I guess.
It's very on brand, but I wouldn't call them like noteworthy performances. But still, like I totally agree. The 80s and 90s had a lot of stars doing that. I guess J-Lo as well.
Yeah,
I say
Jen-
J-Lo is Jennifer Lopez, but you know
Yeah,
what I mean.
of course, yeah.
Jenny from the Block.
Jenny
like-
from the Block. That's right. She did a couple of movies back in the day. I remember her doing the one with Ice. What's the one with Ice Cube? Another
Oh
musician.
shit! Another musician. Hold on.
Anaconda.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my god.
Remember
Alright.
that movie?
Yeah, I do. I remember seeing that as a kid, and even I was just like, that snake doesn't look right. That does, like John Voight doing the. I don't even know what accent John Voight was doing in that film. It was.
I also saw that movie as a kid for some reason.
It was. I think I saw it with my family. I don't know why. It's not a family movie, but I just remember it, and it's not good. But yeah,
Anaconda.
Ice Cube as well. He was in that movie.
J Lo's also in that movie with Matt.
Which one? She's in so many rom-coms. If it's a rom-com, like
No, she's in the one with Ben Affleck, that garbage mobster one.
oh, Geely. Oh yeah. Oh, dude, when they came back together, all the TMZ people, I was like, dude, Geely too, man, Geely too. Let's go.
It's possible.
It's possible, yo. Throw in Dunkin' Donuts,
Yeah,
Boston.
Throw in Dunkachino Al cameo.
Al Pacino comes back because he was in Geely
Exactly.
too. Yes.
That's why you just get him to do the Dunkachino bit.
But that's another thing too, is that, you know, for every noteworthy performance like Moonstruck, which got a lot of Oscar buzz, you get a Geely, you get a what the fuck was Mariah Carey in that was shit? Glitter.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? Where it's just
Yeah.
like, I'm a singer, but I can be in a movie too. I think even Britney Spears did that. Crossroads, I think.
she? Yeah.
Yeah, it was like when Britney Spears was like really popular. It's like, yeah, put her in a movie.
Right.
And it was like fucking dog shit.
Again, most of the times that this is done, it's a cash grab.
Yeah.
Most of the times. But you do get standouts like, I mean, Will Smith is an interesting story.
Yeah. Most people who are really young don't even know that.
Don't even know but how big how much of an impact Will Smith had on hip hop. Like he had a song called "Summertime" that went platinum.
Yep.
He had a song called "Parents Don't Understand" that went platinum.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't Tupac. He was
No.
a clean, like friendly rapper. But
Yes.
the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air was a big name at the time, and not a sitcom name. It was a big name in the music industry. Him and Jazzy Jeff as DJ were like very
yeah.
popular, and then he transitioned that into a sitcom. Apparently, like he had no idea how to act, and it was Quincy Jones who actually really saw that in him.
Hell yeah, man.
And it was Quincy Jones who Will always tells this famous story about like literally auditioning for Fresh Prince at a Quincy Jones party. He meets Quincy immediately, and Quincy's like, "All right, like go in like that room, prepare for 5 minutes, and
Yeah.
like present."
That's fucking awesome. What the hell? Like, I heard about Quincy Jones doing a lot of that with a lot of newcomers, both musicians and actors,
Right.
because I think he was also making Mad TV in the 90s as well, which
Right.
helped a lot of people.
Yeah.
But no, that's amazing. Yeah, because Will Smith, I don't remember those songs. I remember like Get Jiggy with It.
Get you, yeah, okay, yeah, he has
And
some more,
you know, even his earlier movies, he did songs for them.
Yes.
Men in Black.
That's
Dude,
right.
Men in Black is a fucking great song.
That's
It
true.
hits so well. And even Wild Wild West is a great song. The movie's not, but the
Right.
song is.
Yeah, yeah. And then when Will transitions from the sitcom onto the big screen,
Oh, jeez.
you get some big blockbusters like Men in Black that
Yeah.
establish him. But then later in his career, you get fucking critically acclaimed performances like Ali
Yeah.
and
Pursuit of Happiness.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah.
Like these are tough roles and really show his acting chops and how much his acting had progressed from Fresh Prince to then.
Oh, absolutely. I think the roles that he's taken have been pretty diverse for the most part. Like, it's not just him playing Men in Black. It's not just him playing
No.
Independence Day. It's like he's trying to do different things, and you know, like I think that's the most noteworthy thing. He won the Oscar for that one film.
For King Richard
Yeah,
as
yeah,
well
yeah.
recently.
Yeah, and controversy aside, you know, he worked his ass off throughout the years with various performances.
That's right.
so.
And not only that, it's not like the Academy gave him a free one for King Richard. He was
No.
fucking great in King Richard.
Yeah.
He made that film. He played older and played it so well
Yeah.
and convincingly. What a film.
Absolutely.
Will Smith, like seriously, like was meant to be an actor.
Yeah.
You want to stack up his I know he started in music, but you want to stack up his music to his acting career, it's like what are you going to be more remembered for?
Exactly.
It's the acting. And
Absolutely.
that's the good for him, right? Good for him.
Fully agree on that.
Even have you ever seen this Will Smith film called 7 Pounds?
Is that good?
It's fucking it's like a very sad film.
Yeah.
It's a crier
Okay.
for sure.
Yeah.
But he nails it. I always thought that was a really underrated Will Smith performance.
I'll definitely check that one out because
Yeah.
I've heard like some people saying like you're gonna cry, and then I hear other people saying like if you don't get attached to the crying, it's like there's not much. So
might
I'm
be
gonna
a little
see.
bit of cringe to it, but
No, but I'll see because you know I still have emotions.
yeah, I think that's a real memorable performance of his that goes under the radar. But Will Smith definitely the cream of the crop when it comes to musicians turned actors.
Yeah.
Another one who has a similar trajectory like Will Smith is Mark Wahlberg.
Oh, I still call him Marky Mark, dude.
Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Oh man.
This is another one. You were definitely meant to be an actor, brother.
Oh, after Boogie Nights, guaranteed.
That's
you know
right.
what's funny? I wanted to, little off topic with Mark Wahlberg, but all these fucking great performances he's in. Have you noticed that because he's become more religious, he's like apologizing to the Pope and being like, "I'm sorry I did Boogie Nights. I'm
I
sorry I
hate
did
that.
Ted." And I'm like, Mark,
Every time.
don't apologize for doing the best fucking role of your life.
I
What the-
know. Also, Mark, it's a movie, bro.
Yeah, dude.
It's a movie. Like
You think the Pope cares? He doesn't. I saw his reaction. He's like,
Yeah.
like Pope Francis, like, how many Hail Marys do you want? Like,
It's like you're acting. It's not a reflection of who you are. Like I
No.
don't think it's a big deal, even if you are religious or
Yeah.
whatever. But yeah, every time Boogie Nights gets brought up, it seems like he gets weird about it.
I know!
In his interviews, he
He's
gets
so
weird about
good
it.
in it.
He wants to brush it, and like I want to hear everything about that experience. And there's really not an interview where he's breaking down Boogie Nights because he doesn't. He's kind of seems like he's ashamed of it.
Yeah.
which is too bad because it's his best performance.
It truly is.
Yeah.
That performance, The Departed,
But
like
still, there's others that are great. Like exactly. The Departed. I even like Four Brothers a lot.
Oh yeah, for
That one's fun. He's got some fun roles. Transformers is like, he's memorable in Transformers.
I liked when he drank the Bud Light. He was like yelling at some guy and just drinks it.
Yeah. I mean, Mark Wahlberg's got a lot of misses for sure.
Yeah.
But he's got some classics. And we've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
We never count out Mark Wahlberg. When he's in a movie, you never count him out because you know what he's capable of.
Absolutely. And he's far from the Marky Mark days. I just joke about it because, you know, you love Planet of the Apes, the one that he was in, or you liked it.
I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say or die on the cross that I loved it, but I thought it was a fun film. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll cross that bridge when the new one comes out.
That's right. We will talk about lots of Planet of the Apes coming soon, but yeah.
But yeah, in terms of what he's done, it's like a Will Smith where not a whole lot of people are going to remember him by his music, but by the roles that he's been in over the years.
Definitely. Shout out to Mark Wahlberg, man.
Another one, more recently though, I've been noticing has been getting more buzz is Lady Gaga.
Yeah.
I think she started in American Horror Story. Correct me if I'm
That's
wrong.
correct. That's
Yeah,
correct.
yeah,
My
yeah.
girlfriend is a big American Horror Story fan, and she told me that Lady Gaga was great in that.
Yeah, because I heard the announcement got made, and a bunch of people were like, "Oh wow, Lady Gaga, another musician acting," and then they watched it. Oh wait, she's like one of the
she's
better
actually
actors. Yeah,
Excellent.
she's really good in it. And then A
Yeah.
Star Is Born came out. She got a lot of great reception from that.
She killed it with that. Her chemistry with Bradley Cooper was fantastic. And then she did House of Gucci.
You're a defender of that. The clips I saw, she looks like the best actress in the movie.
No, she's fucking
Yeah.
really good. She commits to that role. She's great in House of Gucci. You forget it's Lady Gaga.
Right.
It's one of those. And now she's gonna be in like one of the most anticipated sequels in the last decade.
Yeah,
Joker 2.
I'm fucking excited, man.
So excited about that.
Because the thing with it is like it's supposed to be a musical. Not only that, but she's playing Harley Quinn. So we're gonna have an interpretation that's not like Margot Robbie's. Not to say that hers was bad. Hers was
Right.
really solid.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be distinct.
Yeah.
And I'm curious, like what is she gonna do differently?
It's gonna be
like,
distinct, and it's gonna be, and you know, it's gonna be a little more weird.
Yes.
because the first Joker leans into the weirdness,
Yeah.
and you know it's gonna be a little bit more weird, and I'm excited about that. I think this could be the defining role for Lady Gaga, and could be very telling about what the future of her acting career is.
Yeah.
Because if she kills it alongside Joaquin Phoenix
Yeah.
in a role like Harley Quinn, like the stakes are fucking high,
Dude.
You know what I mean? And
It's a
if she
big deal.
delivers, and if this film comes out as good as the first, I think her stock is going to be as high as it's ever been.
Absolutely. I mean, from what I've seen, even after Joker 2, I can totally see her like getting an Oscar at some point. Like
you know what I mean?
it's gonna happen. I don't know when, but I have this feeling. But yeah, no, she's a more recent one. Another more recent one that you mentioned was Harry Styles.
Harry Styles, like, pretty fucking wild that your first role is Dunkirk, like
Yeah.
a Christopher Nolan movie. I don't know. Do you know how that happened?
Maybe Christopher Nolan was a big fan of One Direction.
Big One Direction.
I don't
fan?
know. He casted Roderick in Oppenheimer. Like he casted Josh from Drake and Josh. Like
He does make some interesting choices.
maybe a
eh?
casting director was watching something and was like, "Hey, Chris, what about this guy?"
Yeah,
I'm not too sure exactly. Maybe Harry Styles wanted to be in it
because he
and-
has like a pretty significant role.
Yeah, no, he's good in it.
Yeah.
He's good in Dunkirk. I would
agree.
say. Other roles that I've seen him in, the only one I've seen.
I saw Don't Worry, Darling. I actually watched this movie recently with my girlfriend.
What? How was it?
You know, like you commented on like there's a scene where he's like trying to be angry and it's
ooh.
a little silly, kind of misses the mark there, but
Yeah.
for the most part, like I think with some more rules and practice, I think he has the potential to be a great actor if that's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
But I think he's like it's one of those cases where he's still more focused on the music
Right.
than acting. So
That's fair.
I think that's where that's. I think it's his choice though. If he wanted to lean into the acting, I think there's roles for him.
Yeah, I feel like maybe like better direction and stuff like that because I heard that like the on-set stuff maybe wasn't as good as Nolan's. And
Of course, I mean
which
Nolan is.
yeah.
You hear about Nolan sets and you're like, damn.
Not to be rude, because Olivia Wilde did direct Booksmart, and Booksmart was a fun movie, but like you know, there's a difference between like somebody directing for 25 years and somebody who is an actor turned director that started like more recently.
Yeah, that's right.
You can't really compare in that regard. But if anything, Harry Styles has that opportunity to do better films, and I could totally see that.
Yeah. What about my boy Justin Timberlake, man?
JT, man.
JT was in that movie Alpha Dog. That was his like big premiere. I don't know if you've ever seen that film.
Is that old or new?
It's older. That was like his first one where he it's like he gives like the sad performance.
Alpha Dog.
Yeah.
Let me check it out. Alpha Dog 2006. Wait a minute. Oh
Yeah,
shit!
he gives like a heartbreaking performance, leans into it, and it does really well.
He's like it reminds me of he looks like the Southland Tales.
Yeah,
that movie.
Shortly after that, he does Social Network.
Oh yeah,
which he was fantastic in. I wonder how that casting happened too, but he fits right into that movie.
Oh yeah.
I've always been a big fan of In Time, the one where they pay with stuff with minutes of their life.
Yeah.
I think recently he did a Netflix movie.
Oh yeah. Okay. So funny story about that. He did a Netflix movie. Justin Timberlake. He's got like the hat on. He's got the goatee, right?
Yes.
So I was looking it up. I was like, "What's the Justin Timberlake film?" And I'm looking it up, and I thought I found it. No, it was a picture of Matt Damon.
Wait.
Do you know which one I'm talking? Yeah, that's the movie. But there's another poster that looks just like that one, but it's Matt Damon's face. So I clicked on it and I was like, oh, this is the Justin Timberlake movie. And then it showed Matt Damon. I was like, what the fuck? And then, you know what's even crazier? There's another movie with the goatee and the hat, and it's Mark Wahlberg. And I'm like, what the fuck? They all look the same. They have like the fucking collared shirt and the baseball cap, and they're all on streaming movies. And I'm like, dude, I thought I was having a heart attack, dude.
I could picture all of them in that outfit.
I'm gonna edit all those posters in here. Oh my fucking god! I thought I was hallucinating, man.
Also, a movie that did well box office wise was Friends with Benefits with Mila Kunis. I remember that one being very popular.
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of people might not know he's a voice actor in all of the Trolls movies.
Well, didn't the fucking what was his band called? NSYNC. Yeah. They make a cameo in one.
That's
of them.
right. Yeah.
I feel like once you hit Trolls 4, you gotta you gotta bring in the boys, you know.
Also, his most recent one was Reptile, though. That was his most recent Netflix one.
Oh, a more serious
Benicio
one, right?
del Toro and Justin Timberlake in that one.
Oh, I might check that one.
Doesn't look like it did too well critically, but that was his looks like his last acting performance, 2023.
Okay, I'll give that a shot. Another one that I noticed here was you brought up Eminem.
Eminem, I mean, I don't know if Eminem's done much more acting than his movie 8 Mile.
Yeah.
But he's fucking good in that movie.
Of course.
I don't care what nobody says.
That was the one where I think a lot of hip hop artists watched 8 Mile and they're like, shit, we gotta do this. We gotta do this. Didn't 50 Cent do one?
Yes, he did.
After that,
He did Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah,
the film, which is actually very good as well. I really like that one too.
Would you compare it to 8 Mile or is it like a different movie?
No, it's actually similar. It's a come up story.
Oh, okay, got it.
Same way. And 50 Cent obviously has a crazy come up story. I mean, being like really in the streets and being shot 9 times and and all of that. And it covers that in the film.
Yeah.
And 50's a good actor. He's shown that like with shows like Power and stuff and some cameos that he's made. But
with Eminem
in 8 Mile, like that movie is so memorable. Just came out of nowhere with an absolute classic.
Yeah. I noticed Eminem's career has been a little iffy in the music industry, but he's still consistent in terms of making music.
Yeah, and he has a fan base that eats it up. If like maybe he's not like, you know, a top 5 rapper in the game right now or whatever, but when Eminem drops, people check it out. He sells 100,000 first week. He does numbers.
Probably my favorite cameos from a musician is Eminem. Here's why. I saw Funny People and I saw The Interview. And he is so good in both of them. He's in it for like a minute in the interview. He's just like, you know, coming out as gay and stuff. And he's like playing it straight. And he is the funniest part of that fucking movie. Because like James Franco and Seth Rogen, they're like eye rolling and stuff. But no, Eminem plays it straight. He does it well. Funny People's the same way. Where he's like playing it straight.
I forgot about that.
Oh man. And I'm thinking to myself, is Eminem just doing that because he's like, yeah, I'm a good actor, but I'm just gonna be in like these cameos.
Yeah.
all my life.
But how fun would it be if he like had a major role in a comedy and just like we watched that play out through a whole film?
I could see that. I could see him with John Cena in a comedy at some point.
Not with John.
Not with John Cena?
I
No?
don't. I don't want to see that. I want
No?
to see him with someone a little better.
Who?
I don't know.
Who? Call me out then. I don't know. I heard that Ricky Stanicki film was funny, but
Was it? Yeah.
I don't know.
It went straight to Prime, I think. Right? That's a Prime movie.
Yeah,
With,
right.
Andrew Santino too.
yeah, Andrew Santino. Or get Andrew Santino. He's actually a comedian.
There
Fuck.
you go. Get a real comedian in there.
Get a real comedian. Sorry. I fucking hit the wrong spot there.
I don't know what John Cena, bro. I'm done with him.
I'm not over him like The Rock. Yeah, I'll take John Cena over The Rock.
You'll take John Cena over The Rock?
Yeah. In terms of comedy?
Oh, in terms of comedy,
Yeah. Fucking what?
But I think as an actual actor, I think The Rock might have a little bit better chops when he wants to.
That's fair. No, I've seen The Rock act better than John Cena in movies.
Right.
Yeah. I just meant comedy.
All right, we got a little bit more time left, so let's go
Yeah.
through some honorable mentions. Queen Latifah we didn't mention.
Oh yeah, she's great.
She started in music. She had her first like on-screen appearance in Fresh Prince as a cameo,
Wow.
and then from there like did some cult classic movies like Set It Off in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Some other stuff like that, right? And then she actually got nominated for an Oscar for the Chicago film.
Yeah.
And she plays the female mammoth in Ice Age.
Oh, I knew. Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
I feel like once you hit Ice Age 5, they casted too many fucking people in them. It's just like, oh my god, what is happening? But she was in the second Ice Age, so
Definitely.
Yeah, Set
And
It Off.
A huge one we didn't mention is Ice Cube.
yeah.
I mean, he is responsible for the Friday franchise.
Yep, Friday
The
franchise.
first Friday is so classic. Even Friday After Next with Cat Williams is just like
Oh
fucking
yeah, man.
hilarious, like certified fucking hood classic, man. Boys in the Hood, and then even later in his career, 21 Jump Street, even movies like Ride Along. I was searching that up.
Oh, yeah.
$25 million budget made $154 million.
That's fucking nuts, man. I remember how big that was because that was like him and Kevin Hart.
and it even got the sequel.
Fuck, man.
That was huge.
That's
Like,
nuts.
As far as box office goes, Ice Cube has been a huge success.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of hits. Like Boys in the Hood, he was in that in his like early 20s.
I know.
It's fucking nuts. And then he's still doing shit like 21 Jump Street, and he's still good comedically. Like I remember him from Are We There Yet? I know
Yeah.
that comedy's not good, but I
that
saw
was,
it as a kid, and
we both saw that as a
it
kid.
was funny shit, man.
I agree. That movie's probably terrible now. Has anybody watched that movie in the last 5 years?
Or the sequel, Are We Done Yet? Oh yeah, remember that one?
Jesus
Oh
Christ.
Woo! But yeah.
Okay, top 3 actors from this list, Nev, that we've talked about. What do you think are the top 3 that really have the acting chops?
David Bowie,
Yep.
Cher,
Yep.
and you know what? I'm gonna throw one out. I'm gonna do Will Smith.
Yeah, I think so. I
think
think
Will
I think
Smith.
if you don't have Will Smith
Yeah.
on this list, it's
I'm
disrespect.
putting Will Smith. What about you?
Will Smith has done his thing. He's definitely on my list.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta say, Ice Cube, man, is
Hell
a
yeah.
fucking legend. Legendary for maybe he's not the best actor, but for the films he's done.
Yes.
I love Ice Cube. And you know what? For real acting chops, I think Lady Gaga's got it.
Hell yeah!
No cap. I think Lady Gaga's really got it. Honorable mention Mark Wahlberg because he really has that dog in him too.
Fair enough.
Which musician turned actor has the most classic film? One film that one of these actors is in that's the most classic.
It's the most classic. Oh fuck. I don't know why. I'm thinking Boogie Nights because it just feels right. Mark Wahlberg, fucking don't apologize. That's your best role. Shut up.
Mark Wahlberg, shut the fuck up and stop shutting up about Boogie Nights. Talk about it. Be
Yes.
proud of it. It's your best film.
Please.
And that's my pick as well.
Talk with Paul Thomas Anderson. You guys are awesome together.
Yes, exactly. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to your boys. Let us know your favorite musician turned actor in the comments. Take care, brush your hair, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.